Good morning, it's Margaret Fetty at the University of Sewing, and it's Facebook Live, and boy, do we have some cool stuff for you today.
So cool. Like the prettiest, coolest things.
Yes, the prettiest and coolest things, and I have a demo for you today. So, and you don't even know about it yet. She didn't even know about it. So let's tell them what the giveaway is.
Yes.
It's actually a pretty nice one.
It's a really nice one. So this is, if you are watching us on Facebook right now or within the next 24 hours on Facebook and you hit share and you put in the comments that you shared, you'll be entered into our giveaway drawing. You could win this amazing prize. Both of these things. We have this fat quarter bundle from Riley Blake. You guys, look at these. Look at these beautiful things.
They're so precious.
They're so beautiful. Beautiful fabrics in here. These great high quality Riley Blake fabrics. And you can also get this fun quilt pattern to go with it. Shadow boxes. It's perfect for any of your pre-cuts or any of your fat quarters. You'll be able to make something really gorgeous out of this.
Now, I will tell you, this little fat quarter bundle will not make this whole quilt.
Not make the whole thing.
It just will not make the whole thing.
No.
So I just want to be clear on that because I don't want
This is-
people to be disappointed. I don't ever want you guys to be disappointed. I want you to be happy. Did you know that we have something very special that we actually realized what we've been doing for a while, but we have this really special guarantee now.
Oh.
The happy guarantee.
Oh, really?
Yes, we have the happy guarantee. And the happy guarantee is that we actually want you to be happy.
Definitely want you to be happy. We definitely want you to be happy.
We don't want you to be frustrated. No frustration around here. We don't want that. So, what we guarantee when you buy a sewing machine from us, that we are there. We are your support system. We are there to answer your questions. We're there to help you. And we will get you out of those little pickles that happen when you have a new sewing machine.
Absolutely. And if you ever, never feel like you're putting us out. If you want to give us a call and say, oh, I just got this new machine and I decided to use a top stitching thread and my thread keeps breaking, what do I do? We will absolutely talk you through it. We'll be like, okay, well, here's like the list of things that we're immediately thinking right off the bat, and
I always try to tell people that we have Bernina users in the shop. It's not like you're going to go there and all we do is sell you sewing machines. We throw you to the wolves and we say, get out of here. We don't care about you because you already gave us your money. We do not do that. No. That is not a thing here. And in fact, it's so much not a thing here that I really, really have seen this happen for so many customers. They'll walk in here after dealing with another dealer and they'll be like, they won't help me. They didn't tell me how to do this. They didn't tell me how to do that. That does not happen here. Now, we're going to do our very best, but you've got to ask the questions. So you got to ask the questions.
And don't be afraid to. Go ahead and ask those questions. So, people are always like, oh, I'm so sorry that I'm taking up so much of your time. No, I love this. I want to talk to you about sewing machines. I literally had a dream last night.
About a sewing machine?
About sewing machines.
Was it about the pretty red patchwork edition?
I think it was something, I can't remember exactly which sewing machine it was, but I remember the guy in my dream who was buying it, his name was Iris Needle. I swear to God. I woke up this morning, I told Bobby, I was like, I just sold a sewing machine to a guy named Iris Needle in my dream. And Bobby was like, oh man. But I'm like, that's how much,
we love it.
I love it so much. I dream about quilt patterns. I dream about sewing machines. I know that makes me bizarro, but I love it so much.
Yeah, it's pretty fabulous. And it is fabulous because we do love our machines and we love to help you with them. So we have a very special thing to tell you about. And the reason it's special is beyond the fact that the beautiful patchwork edition is so absolutely gorgeous. You are looking at what is probably the last 4 of these sewing machines. We've got the 3 in the boxes.
Can't get any more, you guys.
Bernina's told me that they are completely sold out of our patchwork editions.
Because they're amazing.
They're super popular.
Beautiful.
People really love them. They're absolutely gorgeous.
I think this is the prettiest of the special editions that Bernina has ever set out.
I definitely agree. So
It's
we're going to
so
come over
gorgeous. Go and
make
look
sure
at
you
that
get to see
beautiful
it.
machine.
Now,
Look at that machine.
why does our machine have 2 red feet on top of it? Well, because I decided the shop needed one. So ours is on there, but this is the brand new one that goes with this beautiful 735.
And you know what? You know what else you can get with the 735?
What do you get with the 735?
Oh my goodness. Well, you get to choose between these 3 separate bundles. So there are
Why
3.
don't you hold
There
that
we go. I'll
over
show
here
this up.
so Dave can
3
show
separate
them.
bundles. If you go for the gorgeous red Patchwork Edition 735, you get to choose between an embroidery bundle that comes with a high-speed embroidery unit. You get to choose the quilting bundle or the quilting bundle that has all of your quilting feet, your BSR, all of those rulers, those Bernina rulers that'll help you make those really nice, precise lines in your quilting. Or, this one blows me away, you can choose to just get a serger.
Like the big book of serger quilting.
And the big book of serger quilting. So you get these, you can get an entire second machine when you buy your machine. Why are you not currently knocking on the door right now?
It's pretty fabulous.
And just, it's so
It is.
Oh, there you go. There's somebody calling right now.
Okay, so hopefully they're going to buy a 735. So I want you guys to know that we literally do only have 4. We have the floor model, and we have the 3 that are sitting here. And when those are gone, it's gone. And that great deal is also gone. So I just want you to know that we have them. We're ready to sell them to you. They're ready to go. So, and that's it. So if you were thinking that maybe this was your ultimate Christmas present, it's really sweet. We have one of our customers, she came in to pick up hers yesterday, and she is going to use it for her travel machine. So she's going to use it for her travel machine. I love that.
The 735?
Yeah, the 735.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. She doesn't want to deal with a little machine.
By the way,
she wants a nice 10-inch throat space to work because she loves to make quilts. She does incredibly beautiful quilts. Eventually, she made one of the Lori Holt quilts with the sewing machines and everything.
Oh, they're so
and
cute.
I have asked to buy that from her.
Really?
It's absolutely gorgeous. So when she gets done with that particular quilt, she has that at a shop where they sell those Lori Holt kits. And so when that last one is sold, I get to buy that quilt from her. So we will have this gorgeous quilt in the shop because it's just so fun. And it's all about sewing machines. And what are we all about?
Sewing machines.
Yeah, so
I love
that's it.
sewing machines.
Okay, so if we're going to have time to do my wonderful demo, we're going to cover one more thing, but then we're going to go to the demo. So today you are going to get to see quilting in the hoop on a 990. And we're going to use the jumbo quilt hoop.
I cannot get over the size of this hoop.
Yes.
But look at this. The
Yes,
990 gives you so much, there's so much throat space that you can use this thing.
Okay, so
This is like the size of my first TV.
I have looked into this, and no one has a wider hoop than Bernina. You cannot
can't imagine.
You do not have any other brand of sewing machine that does wider than Bernina's 12-inch wide. We can quilt in 12 inches on this. So this is really fun.
12-inch quilt blocks, you can
but we have to tell people about some upcoming classes. It's really important. Okay, that was already passed. Oh, this always confuses me. No, wait a minute.
Yeah,
this is next week. Okay. All right. I was like, why is my glasses? Because I did one last week or this week. Okay. All right. We're going to put the glasses on so we can actually read this and make sure that I am reading it right. Next week on Tuesday, I am going to be teaching the Black Bobbin Mastery class. Now, who would take the Black Bobbin Mastery class? If you have recently bought a 435, a 475, a 480, or you've bought a 535 or a 570 or a 590, or you've bought a 735, a a 770, or a 790, that is the class for you. You already took it, so what? Come back again. You are more than welcome to.
As many times as you need to.
Right. And if you have taken it before, call us rather than signing up online, because you will pay online. It's a really small fee. I think it's $25, but you would pay again for that. You don't need to if you've already taken the class. Just call us. And if you have bought your machine recently from us in the last year, call us too. We'll waive those fees. So no big deal.
Because again, we want
all
you
it
to
is
know,
a supply fee.
We want you to know how to use your machine. We don't care, but like we're not trying to like make extra money off of you. We want you to know how to use your machine.
Yeah,
we want you to love it and be happy.
You will find. I haven't had anybody ever take that class and go away and say, Margaret, I didn't learn anything. Never ever happened.
No.
So
when I bought my long arm, I took the mastery class twice.
And you should do that because you will.
It's a lot of information.
It is.
And so I came back and I was like, wait a minute, how do I do this? And I was like, oh right, okay, oh yeah.
Yeah, and it really does help. So ruler work. Next week we have a ruler work class with Denise. It's on circles and ovals. Those are hard. Those are hard, and the rulers make it a lot easier. So if you've been thinking about doing some ruler work, this is a great class for you. Then we've got a easy 3Z jacket that I am going to show you how to make. It is the woven version, and that is that jacket that we've shown you with the striped fabric that says one way on it. It's black and red. It's very beautiful. So that class is happening next Thursday. Then I actually have the sample here because it's really cute.
Look at that.
Cheryl is doing this really pretty quilt as you go tote bag. And look how cute this is. This is gorgeous, by the way. And Cheryl made the sample. It's absolutely fabulous. And you guys will learn how to make a gorgeous bag. So that's a wonderful Christmas present idea. So something for you to think about. Finally, the week after, we have, you know what? Everything we're offering the week after is all continuation of classes. Never mind. No, we need to get in
we need more classes next week.
We need actually, we're going to have a teachers meeting next week, so that should fix that.
So we're going to start loading up with a lot more classes, you guys. We have been clicking along some ideas. We got some really cool things in the works.
Okay.
So what am I looking at?
So what we are going to do right now, let's go ahead and move those out of the way. So right now, what I have here is a piece of fabric, a piece of bamboo batting, and another piece of fabric. Now, this is a panel that Amanda Murphy did specifically to help people learn how to quilt and so forth. So to put your quilt designs in here is the kind of the idea behind this panel. And we have this to sell to you if you want, but I'm sure you have plenty of quilt blocks and things you could do this with. So all of the things I am going to show you with going ahead and putting this in the hoop are very similar to any of our hoops that have this hand crank kind of clamp on it. So one of the things I want to show you that you can do is push in those buttons and you can pull that out, and this will open up really far, which is necessary for quilted fabric. So I would recommend that you use a thinner batting if you're going to quilt in the hoop. And then what I want to show you, one of the things I found, and probably anybody who's done much embroidery knows this, but this is where it clamps on right here. The hoop clamps onto the embroidery unit right here. If you are going to go ahead and quilt something, have the majority of the fabric going to the right of that, or excuse me, to the left of that. I don't have my shoes on. So to the left of that connection onto your machine, because this is what's going to go under the arm of your machine. And so if you can keep less fabric there, that's really important. So this is where I would go ahead and I would have my quilt block in here. And say what I'm going to do is quilt, say this particular block, which is what we're going to do today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hand here. And what I've done is there's the edges of my hoop. And this way I can make sure that what I'm doing is more or less parallel on the Bernina 990. It is not as important for you to get this squared up in the hoop. It just isn't, and I'll show you why here in a minute. Now, the next thing I want to show you is that Bernina on the jumbo hoop has included these wonderful little clip-ons.
See those clips?
Yes, and we're going to move this up out of the way for a minute, Rachel, so Dave can get in here. I've got 3 of them already put on here, and this is what the clip-ons look like. Now, this is kind of weird. Like, what are you going to use this for, Margaret? Because we're already hooping the fabric. Well, as I attach this, and notice this is going to go on, and you're going to need to use both of your hands to do this, kind of line it up. And, oh, by the way, Bernina has offered you at least a couple of places to do this. So they're here, but they only give you 4 of these. So this is the way it, and then I have to find my arrows. My arrow's there. And my arrow is right here. Okay, so we're going to put it in this way.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Popular this morning.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this in here because I opened up that hoop so much. Now I can get that in there, and that's laying nice and flat. But I'm going to just point out to you, it's not as square as it could be. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tighten up my hoop. And it clicked once. That's all I need to do. I'm going to go ahead and push down my black part here just a little bit so that it is going to, what I want to have happen here is I want my hoop to push out just a little bit so this part's not rubbing on my machine. Now, you see those little guys? See how they want to flip up? Now what I can do is I'm going to compress these, and then I'm going to put that on there, and I'm going to put that on there. Look what it does. See how it holds everything nice and out of my way? I'm going to do the same thing over here. So that's it. And look how nice and neat that keeps everything out of my way. So see all that? Now, again, where I attach it to my machine is right here. So I'm going to go ahead and until I get it on the machine, I'm going to fold the fabric over this way. So we're going to bring this over. And we're going to go under there. I'm lifting up my fabric a little bit, putting it on here. Now I'm going to attach my hoop. Now, I already have a design pulled up here so that we can figure out where this is going to go. Now, what's really interesting is on the 990, it gives me the actual dimensions in inches of what my square is here. And if I would have been really smart, I would have measured this to see if this is the same size. I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure that this square is, well, maybe. This might be a 5-inch square now that I talk about that. And this is 4.5 by 5. So let's see what happens. We'll go ahead and try it out here. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the edit button. And we are going to find out where we are at. And what we're going to do is we're going to check our 4 points of our design. Oh, it wants me to remove my hoop. I am so silly. I forgot about Bernina being so picky. Okay, now attach the hoop because that is more fun. Okay, we are going to attach the hoop. There we go. And then it's going to do this. Now, what we want to do is find out where those corners are at. And all I have to do is use my silver knobs over here on the side. And now, oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't put my laser on. It's so much easier with my laser. Look at that, guys. Look at that. There, I found one point. Now I'm going to go and touch the arrow to go to this corner. Nope, we are going to go out here. Oh, you know what? It looks like my design is quite a bit smaller than what I can do here. So the very first thing we're going to do is change that design so it fits in here. But you know what is going to be easier to do? We are going to get out of that menu and we are going to scan the background. So let's go ahead and touch this top hoop. It says scanned image. I'm going to scan my hoop. So it wants me to make sure that nothing is going to get whacked. And I actually have something over there that might. So we're going to move that. So right now, it is scanning my hoop. Now, I've been asked, does this take very long, Margaret? Well, you're going to see right now how long it takes to scan a hoop. So, because I didn't measure my block and where I wanted to put that design, if I scan my hoop, I am going to be able to go ahead and actually place the design in the block using the scanned area, which is going to show me that block. And it's also going to tell me if I want to make my actual quilting design bigger.
It's taking all of its pictures.
It's taking all the pictures. So in just a second, we are going to
show the size of this thing. Oh my gosh.
It is big. So it is.
Oh, that's what the clips are for. I see it.
Yes.
Oh, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Here we go.
And I see a fuzzy on there. My OCD
I was
clip
gonna say,
stand.
like, we can just leave the fuzzy.
No.
And
I think it's almost done. So,
go.
nope, it's almost there. But you can see, what is this taken? There it is. Look at that, guys. That design is right there. Okay, so now it shows me where this design, and see, it is a little bit small. Oh, guess what I can do? I can just move it with my finger. All right, let's make it just a little bit bigger because that will be more fun. So,
and you can use either, and this is another thing that I love about Bernina that I always tell people when I'm showing the machines.
Look at
is
that.
You can always use either the mechanical dial to adjust things, or you can use the digital screen. Bernina likes to give you multiple paths to the same destination.
Now, I don't feel like that is in their square. Do you think that's in their square? I don't think so.
Look super square.
Okay, so let's go back and we'll check and we'll go ahead we're going to go into there. And it's doing this top left-hand corner. So we're going to go over and down a little bit. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and press the right top corner. Oh, there we go. Now, see what it just did is it moved the whole design. So, my block is not as big as what's going on here. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do a different editing thing here. So, what we're going to do is we're going to use our pinpoint placement so that we can make sure it actually fits into what we want to. So, we've got it almost where I want it up in this top corner. Now I'm going to pin that. And then we're going to go over to this one. And now we're going to move it over.
And there, and you can see that the design is actually stretching itself out on the screen.
Yay,
to
that's
fit
what I wanted
what
it to
needs
do.
Can you see that little red dot is wanting to do it?
Okay, and
we
we gotta go down a little bit. We gotta go down a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pin that one. Then we're gonna come over here, this bottom corner. We're going to move that into place. And we're going to pin that one. And then the last one is perfect.
That one is perfect. Yay!
Okay. Now it's where I want. So, isn't that cool? Now that's its starting place, that little X. That's not the center of the design.
Okay,
it's the center.
It doesn't look.
Yeah, that's what it is. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to sew it. We've got our quilting design settings on. We've got it set up and ready to go. We're going to hit check mark. And we are going
to pull our thread down into the foot.
Yeah.
It's in there already. It's in there.
Oh.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. I promise. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So then what we're going to do is we're going to press go.
And there it goes.
Well, it's going to stop here in just a second and make sure that if I want to cut any threads, and I don't need to right now because it pulled them all to the bottom. And at the speed it's set up right now, it will take 13 minutes to sew this.
Well, let's speed it up.
Okay. Oh, look what just happened when I
went
did
to
made it.
7
It
minutes.
went to 7 minutes. So that is not as fast as it can go, but it's pretty close to it. But look at this really pretty design that is going on there, guys. Now, I will tell you, this particular design's a triple stitch.
I was going to say, it's stitching over it.
It is. It's a triple
Which
stitch.
just makes it so pretty.
But
though.
what's really nice about a triple stitch is it really stands out. Now, if you don't want it to be a triple stitch, this particular design is just set up to do that. And so I can't change that, but there are plenty of designs in the 990 that are designed to be a single stitch. They're designed to be a quilting stitch, and that is in this machine also. So one of the things I do want to point out about this machine is that you have self-threading, you have a laser light, you have a camera, and you have 14 inches from the needle to this edge of the machine. And
crazy.
This is what I was talking about right here, where what we've got is all this fabric going ahead and being on this end of the project when we're quilting. Now, what I could have done, had this needed to be directional, I could have taken the design and flipped it to be upside down, so that if it was important for the top to be at this point rather than over here, that would have made it where it doesn't matter, because of the fact that I can mirror image things top to bottom or right to left. I can go ahead and also rotate the design as many degrees as I need to fit it into the project. As you saw, I can take my design and I can morph the size of it to fit into the block I've got.
So it's completely customizable.
Unbelievably customizable.
I want to also just remind people, because this is something, because people walk in and they go, oh my gosh, look at that, because it's right in the front of the shop, so you see it right when you come in. People come in and go, look at the size of this thing, look at the size of this. But please remember, the footprint of it is not actually that much bigger than a regular domestic sewing machine. That this will fit on your table. This will fit in almost all of the cabinets that we sell. It is a super impressive machine, but this doesn't mean that you need something special in your home for it.
Well,
you definitely can
with the embroidery unit though, if you want to store the embroidery unit with the machine, the 990 cabinet that Bernina has designed with horn, actually it does need a little bit different cabinet. It needs to be a little bit wider, because the embroidery arm of our machine is actually wider because of that giant hoop. So because of the wider embroidery arm, you will either need a different place to store your embroidery unit, or if you get this cabinet with this machine, that will fit into it. Now, Why are we spending time on the 990 today? Why are we talking to you about this? Well, I have a very good reason for that. We are going to be having a wonderful event on November the 16th. And on November the 16th, that is a Saturday, from 11 to 5, we are going to show you all of these features. How to scan something with the camera. How does the embroidery work? How does the sewing work on this 990? And you will have an opportunity for some special pricing. You will have an opportunity for some free gifts when you purchase this. And if you decide that this machine is what you want and you would like the cabinet with it, you will get a deal on the cabinet also. So, have you been thinking about a 990, but you just didn't know if it had enough features to turn into a new machine for you? Well, I'm just going to tell you, having worked with these machines for a long time, I did not really want to do embroidery. I thought it was too many new things to learn, too hard.
Yeah.
Guess what I am so excited about? I am so excited about doing embroidery. In fact, last night, after I got my 990 and now I've started to use it, I thought, I won't go ahead and do much embroidery. I'll still mostly sew on it. I was telling Dave all the designs that I wanted to embroider for my granddaughters. Oh, let's turn it down. It's being loud on us now.
It's serious.
Well, that's as loud as it gets, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
That's as loud as it gets.
This enormous machine is so quiet.
It is so nice and quiet. You can have a conversation and talk around it.
I like listening to you, but I'm just sitting here watching this thing.
I know you are.
It's just so fascinating.
It is so fascinating. It's really fun. Now, when it's on quilting, it does not cut threads. That is why that's going on.
I was wondering
about that. That's why there's a little
jump
thread. We have a
Little
little jump
right
thread,
there.
and that's because when it is on quilting, I do not have the cutters on.
But
So,
look at that.
It
Can you
is
imagine
absolutely gorgeous,
being
guys.
able to do this with your quilts and just I think it's the closest thing that you can get to having it without buying a long arm, like a computerized long arm. This is the closest thing you can get to having a computerized long arm in your home.
It has got an enormous amount of room to be able to do your projects. And what I really love about it is that you can leave the table on when you've got the embroidery going, and guess what? You can sew on it. You park the embroidery, and you know what it takes to park the embroidery? You just set it to sewing and it parks it automatically.
Don't you just hit sewing and then it just goes and it just
Yep.
moves that arm out of the way?
It does.
And then you can just sew on it. The first time I saw that, I was like, you can leave the table on while you're embroidering.
It's
You
amazing.
can sew while you're embroidering.
We have passed the 10 o'clock
Oh,
mark.
sorry. Well,
The
it's just
shop
so fun.
is supposed to be open. It is open. So what I want you to know is if you would like to sign up for the November 16th 990 event, we will be doing that here at the shop. Alice and I are going to be teaching it along with the help of Denise, and it is going to be an extremely wonderful event. You are gonna be really able to see all the features that this machine has, how easy it is to use, how much you are going to enjoy it, and we would love to have you join us. Now, this is a very limited in size event. We only have 3 machines to use, so we're limited to 6 people. So if you think you would like to do this, please get in touch with us right away.
Call us right now.
Yep, and we will go ahead and get you signed up for it. The cost is only $45, and it is now available to sign up on our website, or it is available for you to give us a call and we will get you signed up. But I am sure this is going to fill up very quickly. So if you are interested, give us a call and we will get you started into that process, and we'll get you come and see this wonderful machine and actually get to be able to use it. All right, everybody, Facebook Live signing off today, and we will see you tomorrow morning when we have some very special fabrics that we just
my
got in. You
goodness.
have not seen the new Northcots that
I
just
have
came
not
in.
seen the new Northcots.
And
no.
so we've got some really fun fabrics to show off tomorrow, and we will see. You're here tomorrow too.
I
aren't
am
you?
here tomorrow. Yep,
All right.
I'm
So
here tomorrow.
Rachel's here with me tomorrow, and we will see you for Facebook Live tomorrow.